of the night. And that one falls for Horford.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. I mean, Horford does a great job of keeping this team together. The group got high IQ. Teammates love him. And he's capable of stepping up big when it matters most.
And that one's good. AI.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Take a look at the Grizzlies. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for the Suns, they are rolling, showing a lot of belief in themselves. The fan base is energized. We'll see if they can keep this up.
And that one's good, Irving.
Love how strong Irving finishes. Awesome at fighting through the defense and sinking these shots.
AI passes to Ayton. In the corner, it's Oubre. Warren kicks to AI. Pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Booker. 5 on the clock. From past the arc. And AI with the basket on the assist by Booker. AI's got 5.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Pass to Warren. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now, here is Irving. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Morris kicks to Horford. Brown with it, now guarded by Booker. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his passing.
For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. AI passes to Warren. And here is Ayton. Suns moving the ball around. Here's AI. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got his second bucket tonight.
And the sheer muscle of Ayton. Sometimes he's impossible to stop on the way up.
Morris finds Irving. Over AI. It's deflected. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. Warren, good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Knocked away. Here's AI. Here's Oubre. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Irving for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you right after this. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of
coming from a place where, baseball is what's
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can counter.
We've got Bridges. AI is out there with Crawford. Then there's Rashawn Holmes, and it's Jackson in at the power forward position. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. And both free throws good for AI. Last season, they were trying to speed up the game, C-Web. Teams were given fewer timeouts. Do you think they achieved that goal?
Well, yeah, the new rules, 18 to 14 total timeouts, no more 20-second timeouts. All quarters have 2 mandatories. I think it does help speed up, and these are the greatest coaches in the world. They can adjust. They just need to know what the rules are. And I love the fast pace, the fast pitch count. Let's make sure that we keep the game in a way that fans love it, and we're not leaving any time out there on the floor. I think the coaches have made a great adjustment to it, and look, play on the East Coast is always going to be a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical than the West, but I tell you what, it seems like it's speeding up the game on both sides, and that's something great for us fans.
Well said. Pass to Holmes. Back to AI. Rozier with the steal. It's Smart with the drive. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
AI right side. Kicks it out to Crawford. Clock at 6. AI outside. Here's Bridges. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Some changes for Phoenix. Troy Daniels, who's checked in for Bridges. And it's Johnson in for AI. And the pass to Rozier. Here's Baines. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
C-Web, if there were ever a player. And so it's Phoenix, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we'll be back with you shortly. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game. AI is checked in for Phoenix. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Drains it from beyond the arc. AI's got 14.
Solid start to the half, and 3 of 4 from the field now.
Celtics trail by 16 on the court right now for the Celtics. Down low, it's Morris and Horford. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're at the backcourt, and it's Tatum in at the 3 slot. Morris with the block.
Oh, just fantastic defense from Morris, getting right in the face of the shooter and coming up with the rejection.
Outside Irving. Over AI. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Back to Irving. And stolen by Ayton. AI outside. Puts it up from 7. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. Morris against Warren. Pass to Tatum. In the corner, Irving with it. Cans the 12-footer. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's given them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling. Talk about a coach who gets the most out of his guys and what he has to work with. I mean, that's none other than Brad Stevens. I mean, done it for years. First in college, now on the greatest level.
6 on the shot clock. AI kicks to Oubre. And here's Booker from the arc. Here's AI. Another 3 for Phoenix.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
Celtics trail by 21. And talking about Stevens, many people were shocked when he received 0 votes from his peers for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I think people just got used to his style. And it's not just the great scheme that he has. He does a fantastic, subtle job of motivating players and keeping everyone focused.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for T.J. Warren. And it's Jackson in for Oubre. And then for Boston, Gordon Hayward's checked in for Morris. And Smart subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Jackson in the corner. Suns moving the ball around. AI passes to Holmes. Booker with it. To the paint. And AI gets it to go on the assist by Booker. AI's got 21.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Irving. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
So smooth in everything he does. Irving will score the ball from anywhere.
Suns leading by 19. Here's AI. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. AI's got 12 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Some changes for Phoenix. Bridges comes in for Ayton. And it's Crawford in for Booker. And then for Boston, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Daniel Tice comes in for Jason Tatum. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. Hayward can hit.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Here's Jackson. Rozier with the steal.
And this is where you milk the clock.
You're exactly right. No reason to give your opponent another crack at this. It's all you.
Here's Rozier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Good on the triple.
Oh, beautiful looking 3-ball from Rozier, really expanding his range.
AI outside. And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be right back after this. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Games like this, you find out what you can take with you, right?
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We talk about players working hard, but also being smart. I'm sure there are some training methods, C-Web, that you think translate well to success on the court.
Good nutrition has become more and more popular. That, along with rest and then cardio, you must be in shape because the game and the pace of the game is so much faster. So, yes, you have to be smart in your training message, especially for your recuperation, especially for your rehabilitation if there's any injuries. You want to try to stay fresh while you're giving your all. And that's tough, especially back-to-back in an 82-game season. That can be tough, but it's something that you must focus on, and that's your health.
I can only imagine. Rashawn Holmes out there with Jackson. Then it's Bridges. Then it's AI. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And Baines kicks to Tice. Passes to Rozier. Just 5 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. Getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Now, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Pass to Tice. Here's Baines. And there's the pass to Hayward. And Hayward with the stuff.
And right there, Hayward's in full attack mode, imposing his will on the game.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. AI dishes to Jackson. Out to AI. Pass to Holmes. Buries it down low.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans. You've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant, even OKC going to Golden State. C-Webb is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems... And here's Boston. And Baines kicks to Smart. Back to Baines. Hayward on the wing. Lets it go with a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.